What happens when the head of European central banks tell you that your investment is worthless? Hi everyone and welcome. Today we are breaking down Christine Lagarde's unfiltered comment about Bitcoin. And trust me, they sting a little. She called it highly speculative and without intrinsic value. We will look at what she said during a conference, but more importantly, I will share my own takes, because I believe that by focusing only on price, people completely miss the real point of cryptocurrency. Buckle up, because we are talking about your financial freedom and in the face of the coming digital euro. Let's dive in.
That you think that it has no intrinsic value, which I personally do not agree.
When you were as a guest on College Tour 3 years ago, I asked you what you think of cryptocurrency and bitcoins, and this is what you had to say at the time.
I actually have a son who invested in cryptos, yes. So I follow very carefully.
And what have you taken away from that?
That I would not put my finger in there. I've said all along that crypto assets are highly speculative, very risky assets. I'm concerned about, those people who assume that it's going to be a reward, who have no understanding of the risks, who will lose it all, and who will be terribly disappointed, which is why I believe that that should be regulated. My very humble assessment is that it is worth nothing. It's based on nothing. There is no underlying assets to act as an anchor of safety. If the day when we have the Central Bank Digital Currency out, any digital euro, I will guarantee. So the Central Bank will be behind it. And I think that's vastly different from any of those things. I could repeat exactly the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just asking because do you know the value of the Bitcoin then? This is in May 2022.
I know.
Look, to tease you a little bit, we got the
graph.
This is the graph.
Yeah.
So this is, let me point it out, this is like May 2022 when we spoke to you. 35,000, I think, for one Bitcoin. And now it's over 100,000. So your son, is he crying all the way to the bank with his crypto?
He doesn't want to talk to me about these things anymore. He was very upset that I spoke about him.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have no idea where he is right now?
People decide to invest in whatever they want to invest. But all I'm saying here, and I repeat it, is that there is no underlying value to it. It may well be that it prospers. It may well be that it lasts forever. But it may well be that it collapses as well. It's a risk, but as long as you are aware, you are informed, you know that it could go down, you know that it could go up. That's your decision. But I'm not giving investment advice anyway. This is not for me to do that.
Hi, I'm Jordi, and I study economics. And I want to get back on your remarks about cryptocurrency. You mentioned that that you think that it has no intrinsic value, which I personally do not agree.
So what is the value of it?
I think, especially in current environments we're living now with the inflation.
How much is inflation now?
Now it's quite good, but in the in the COVID times,
Thank you.
Just to say for the people who don't know, I think 2%, a little bit more in the
2.2 latest reading in August.
In the Netherlands,
a bit more in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands, it's 3.3 and going up. So you're going to say that you think Bitcoin is a better. How many do you have Bitcoins?
Well, I'm not going to give you a number, but it's more than 90% of my portfolio. So,
okay. So the question is.
So can Bitcoin be like a digital form of gold?
Okay.
No.
That's the final answer, right?
Yeah.
Shall we leave it?
I hesitate to say that, but I say it because I have no fear. Because I know that the social media tonight and tomorrow is going to hit me like like crazy, because that's the community that they form, and that's the belief that they have, and that's the confidence that they generate amongst themselves. But I still am of the view that there is no intrinsic value and there is no underlying value to it, which doesn't mean to say that there is no hype created as a result, that some can associate with a value, meaning a price, which then moves up and down depending on what happens, who is instrumenting all this. By the way, I'm not thinking the same thing about stable coins, okay? I regard that as a completely separate category of digital instrument, okay?
You mentioned.
So what Lagarde is telling us here is that she thinks that the Bitcoin is a highly speculative assets with no intrinsic value, with a big risk of total loss, and based on nothing. And I think there is a fundamental misunderstanding there. Because she reduces the Bitcoin to price, she totally ignores the technology and the freedom that it gives to its user. And she made like an analogy, like internet is a virus, and she compared Bitcoin simply to a value. So what is the true value of a Bitcoin? The true value of a Bitcoin, in my opinion, is decentralization. I already said that in my previous video, and I think the Bitcoin is before anything else permissionless transaction systems, a peer-to-peer network without no central authority. I'm not a big fan of crypto assets for investing like in a stock market. But I think the real utility of the Bitcoin is its political neutral is that it is a political neutral money that is censorship resistant and secured by cryptography. And we should not forget that Christine Lagarde is, before anything else, promoting the Central Bank Digital Currency, the digital euro. This digital euro will give big power to the European Union, because it will give them a potential total control over your assets and over your finance. They will be able to control all your transactions, to monitor them. They will be able to spend expiration date, and they will be able to block your purchase. So we should not take the digital euro as a simple problematic. The crypto is an exit door for you and for all the people that own them. This is an insurance for you. This is an alternative to the centralization promoted by the digital currency given by the Central Bank. And the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin give you a financial separation between your government and your assets, and it empowers you with monetary sovereignty. We should not forget the political context at the moment. Europe is becoming more and more authoritarian. They try to put us under surveillance measure. I already speak about chat control. I will put the link in the description. We can also observe more and more taxation. By example, in France, all the politicians have only one word at move: tax, tax, tax. And France is even threatening the inheritance. They want to delete and to erase inheritance. So I think it's time for us to prepare our financial separation from these people. It's time to stop paying for those who make our life miserable. And the first step is simple. You can join my Patreon and you will getting started safely. I will learn you how to protect your key by having hardware wallets, by example, one from Ledger, that will give you self-custody. And I also explain how to buy Bitcoin and cryptocurrency from peer-to-peer to avoid the centralized exchange, because centralized exchange are under control from the European Union. So you should prefer local Bitcoin meetup. It will give you more control to your assets. So to conclude, Lagarde is entitled to stay away from crypto. But I think we should look beyond the price, and we have to see cryptocurrency like an alternative to central control. So what do you think about that? Do you think is Lagarde right about worrying about speculation, or she is missing the true value of the decentralization? Let me know in the comment below. If you love this video, like, subscribe, and you can join my Patreon. And I'll tell you, see you!